Good afternoon, everyone. It looks like there's only a couple people in here, maybe one person. I think Ace isn't in here, but I'm sure a few more will join. Hey, Howie, how are you tonight? It's good to see you in here. This kind of pop up live. I wasn't really planning on going live, but wasn't doing anything tonight, so decided to stop in and say hi to everyone. Hey, there's Tony from our cabin in the woods. Simple Alaskans, how are you? I got a few people in here. Got a few more coming in. Yeah, I'm looking over here at my phone. There's 8 people apparently watching at the moment. So happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Hey, AK Dog Mom. And don't forget, I do have merch on my YouTube channel if anyone's interested in buying some merch. I also have memberships. Haven't been very active on anything this last month. But memberships, I try to post a lot of daily pictures or what's going on, some shorts, and also whenever I upload a video, it'll go live automatically for members. And usually, I only post videos to go live on Friday evenings. Hey, Chris, how are you? In other news, I hit 3,000 subscribers today, thanks to the guy that just joined, John in Alaska. Thank you, John. So, yep, I hit 3,000 subscribers. But John's kicking butt. He's what are you at now, John? Let me refresh this page real quick. 18,000 subscribers. Congratulations, John. Hey, Angie. Hey, Big Family Expedition. How are you guys tonight? So, yep, I'm happy. Also, I have a Amazon affiliate link. If you're buying anything off Amazon, just click on the link, buy whatever you want, and I earn a few pennies off of it, anything you buy. So, hey, Clint, how are you tonight? Yeah, John's kicking ass. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. He's kicking butt. He's gained what you've gained like over 4,000 subscribers in the last like 5 hours, huh? That's really good. Hey, Matt 1791 Garage, how are you? And as I was saying for some of the new people, I hit 3,000 subscribers today, so I'm really happy about that. That was a goal of mine to finally hit 3,000 subscribers. So I'm happy I hit that milestone. I just hope I stay above it now. Let's see here. What else do we have? Got a 3-day weekend. I actually started a new job today, or not today, this week on Monday, and have a 3-day weekend already coming up. So kind of happy about that. Hey, Wanda Henry, how are you tonight? Anyone got any questions for me? It's actually kind of crazy right now. It's still daylight outside. And it is, what is it? A little after 5 o'clock here in Alaska. So I can't believe we still got daylight outside. Right now, we're gaining approximately a half hour of daylight every week. So we're gaining like 5+ minutes of daylight per day. So 2.5 to 3 minutes in the morning and 2.5 to 3 minutes in the evening of more daylight. So that's amazing. Great time of the year. Unfortunately, we don't have hardly any snow here. We have between what do we have? About 6 inches to a foot of snow on the ground, depending on where you're at. So, hardly any snow. It should be over chest deep right now outside. So it's just crazy how we have like almost no snow. So, anyone do anything for Valentine's Day? Clint Gilchrist asks, have you been Have you been hunting lately? Any luck? No, I have not been hunting lately. Uh, Up until about 3 weeks ago, there wasn't enough snow up at my remote cabin to even go snow machining. There was just enough to basically commute back and forth to the cabin and back, and that was it. And then about 3 weekends ago, they got dumped on, got 4 to 5 feet of snow. So it's finally able to get out and go riding and stuff like that. So I do need to get up there and go riding more, and I believe I'll have to check the regs. I'm not sure. I think small game may be over now. Small game sometimes and sometimes sometime in this general area, end of January, February timeframe. I'm not sure exactly when, so I'll have to check to see if I even can go ptarmigan hunting. Yep. Let's see here. Nightbot saying, don't forget I have a merch store. Definitely check it out. Got all kinds of stuff on there. Men, women, clothing, glassware, hats, hoodies, pullovers, stuff like that. Even got some baby gear and a few other things. So definitely check out the merch store if you're interested. Give me 1 second here. Just got a phone call, so I'm going to reply back in a text. Got a phone call from Ben from Living My Alaska. So that's kind of funny. We both picked our YouTube channel names approximately the same time, and neither one knew the other one at the time. So it was kind of funny that he came up with Living My Alaska and I came up with just My Alaska at approximately the same time. Uh-oh. The Simple Alaskan's not doing anything because her better half is in toque. AK Dog Mom, crazy weather this year, 40s this weekend and single digits next weekend, but no snow. I'm looking up through the chat. Don't see anything. A lot of people just talking to each other, so that's good. Yeah, got a 3-day weekend from work this weekend, so definitely going to work on get my kitchen over here. I got to pull the sink out and put in a outlet down there for garbage disposal. Totally forgot to do that when I was wiring up the cabin. And then I need to get plastic on all the wall from way over here all the way around to at least, I'm going to say probably to the edge of the window right here. These two white things hanging up are lights that I got in. I can't actually put them up there because obviously I have no ceiling in the kitchen there. So they're just going to hang for the time being. They're just lightweight LED lights. And right here behind me, you can see there's a light switch right there. I need to work on the light switch right here and light switch upstairs and put some more lights upstairs. That's actually the video I'm working on recording right now. And I recorded one of snow machining a couple weekends ago. A group of us went out, looked for a route from the Forks Roadhouse to the Shilling Lake Lodge. It was quite adventurous. So I hope I got some good video. Most of it's just going to be snow machining. I didn't really do any talking during it. Maybe I'll try doing some voiceover. Hey, Living My Alaska. Hey, Ben, how are you? I was telling the people that I had to stop talking on the live to text you back since you gave me a call. Hey, Susan, how are you tonight? Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Is there... No, nothing is scrolling across the bottom. Why is nothing scrolling across the bottom? Okay, there it is. I see what I had to do. I had to click ticker. Okay. Yeah, John, if you're talking about what Matt 1791 Garage, no, he's not in Alaska. He's in Pennsylvania. Actually, not too far from where I grew up. Ben from Living My Alaska is asking, where did you acquire those skills? I grew up around construction. I from my dad was a truck driver until I was 6 or 7 years old. Then he switched to carpentry with my grandfather and a neighbor, and they did carpentry until the neighbor passed away and my grandfather passed away. And then my dad did it by himself or had crews and stuff. So I worked with him some, and then worked on a couple of crews when he wasn't leading the stuff himself. So just grew up around it. I'm not the best at it, but I know enough about it on how to do it. I wouldn't want to build a real fancy home all by myself, I don't think. Even though I could probably do it, it'd just take me a lot longer. You got that, John. And man, John, congratulations on hitting over 18,000 subscribers. What's that? You're about 4,000 subscribers in the last, 4 or 5 hours? You're rocking it today. And I've hit 3,000 today. So I'm super happy about that. I'm just checking to see how many new subscribers I got. Yep, still at 3,000. Hit that about an hour ago. And I'm at 19 new subscribers for the day. So super happy about that. Yeah, I hope John hits 100,000. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome if John hit 100K. Super cool. And don't forget, I got memberships also on my channel, $2.99 a month, and it gets you early access to videos. And also, I post a lot of stuff, or I try to post a lot of stuff just for members. I haven't really posted anything the last few weeks. I was sick for about a week, and then just got down in the dumps, basically. So just didn't do much for a couple weeks. Hey, Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. How are you? So it looks like we got 18 people in here right now. Hey, Gary from Enigmatic Witchin. How are you tonight? How's the weather up in your area? Gary lives in a small village, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it right now because I know I'll butcher the name, unfortunately. But he lives, 2-3 hours north of Fairbanks, with no roads or anything, just a river going to his village. What's the temperature up there, Gary? He says it's blowing around 20 mile an hour right now. It's very calm here. Trees are basically not even moving. Had a few flurries though. A few flurries on and off all day, but not enough to cover anything up or anything like that. So yeah, Vinet. I knew I would butcher it. Vinetai. And I know I'm still probably butchering it. Sorry, Gary. Let's see here. Anyone want to come up on panel? Come on up. We can chat for the night. 0 degrees and blowing up in his village. Yeah, that's a little colder. We're at 21, 22, right in that area. And don't forget, we have a YouTube meetup. Third annual Alaska YouTube meetup is June 21st of this year. Same place as the last 2 years. Basically north side of Wasilla. So if you're interested, let me know and I can forward you information. And that means you too, Tony. You guys can fly up and enjoy Alaska YouTube meetup and meet a bunch of people up here. So, we're at 21 people now. Yeah, I decided I wasn't going to do anything tonight, so decided just to do a live. I kind of planned this about an hour and a half ago, about 3:30 or 4 o'clock today. So decided to jump on here. It's Friday night. Wasn't doing anything. Hey, it's 33 degrees in Pennsylvania. So no one's got any big plans for tonight. Was a great time at the meetup last year, even with the liquid sunshine. Yeah. The last 2 or 3 years, right around July 4th through the rest of the summer, it just rained almost every day. But prior to that, it was like not a cloud in the sky. So we decided to move the meetup prior to July 4th to hopefully get some good weather. So we're hoping it'll be nice and sunny and warm this year. Not much else is going on in my world right now. Just working my new job and trying to get back in the swing of making videos and stuff like that. So hopefully I can do that for you guys and all the new subscribers I got. So I've gained probably 50 subscribers since my last video, maybe 100 subscribers since my last video now. So I definitely need to get some more content out and also get some more content out on my Digging Alaska channel. I got a few more videos that I could be doing, could be uploading, but just haven't gotten around to it. Hey, Rambling Peach, how are you tonight? Yep, still doing IT. Just started a new job on this last Monday, so finished up my first week of a new job. Unfortunately, I'm waiting for a government laptop, so I can't really do anything until that shows up. Let's see here. What else? Anything else going on? Yeah, no. Just hanging out. The rabbits are doing great. They're going to be breeding here. Let's see here. Probably another month and a half, somewhere in there. Probably around mid-March. I'll breed them. That way their babies will be mid-May. And by that time, it won't be getting cold at night, like dangerous cold or anything like that. Even in definitely in March and even into April, it can get pretty cold at night. So I don't want them to have babies and then have to worry about we receive a cold snap where it gets down to 0 degrees for a couple nights in a row or anything like that. John in Alaska says his liquid sunshine is Corona. Ben from Live in My Alaska is asking, how many rabbits do you expect in a litter and what do I do with them? Well, this will be the first time these rabbits have bred, and I'm expecting probably 5 or 6 per litter, and they're going to be dinner. So that's what I'm going to do with them eventually. And I think I might breed them 2 or 3 times this summer. Down in the lower 48 and like the mid section, you can breed rabbits up to at least 4 times in a year, and still not breed them during like the 3 or 4 winter months. Well, up here we got a lot shorter season, so I'm thinking maybe 2 to 3 times this summer and see what happens. Just drinking water. Just drinking water, that's all. So, Brian, you need to come up on panel so we can talk for a little while. Or maybe you, Ben. Come up. You can get used to talking on a live. So, what else is going on? Not much. Unfortunately, was it last night or night before last? Night before last, 2 nights ago. Ben, just make sure you have your microphone and camera hooked up and click on the link at the top of the chat. And it'll take you in, and you might have to do a few things if it's the first time using StreamYard, but yeah, 2 nights ago I threw three steaks on the grill, started cooking them, came in here and totally forgot about them. I was scrolling through X and YouTube and stuff like that and totally forgot about them and burned them. One of them was beyond being eaten. The other 2, the center of both of them was edible. I mean, they were well done, that's for sure, but they were still meat, not charcoal. So I ate that, unfortunately. So I ruined 3 steaks. Totally sucks, but I get wrapped up and forget that I got steaks cooking outside, and next thing I know, 20 minutes later, I have to run out and pull them off the grill. So, yeah, I'm happy. The days are getting longer. It's still daylight out, and it's 5:30 now, almost 5:30. So, just a few weeks ago, it would have been pitch dark right now at this time. Yeah. As I said earlier, I'm working on my kitchen over here this weekend. It's a 3-day weekend, so it's getting a little dark, but right over here is a sink that I have. It's just a temporary, like a garage sink that I'm using, but I need to pull that out so I can put an electrical outlet back there for a garbage disposal if I have one. And then I also need to get plastic up on the wall back there. Ben says he's loving the sunlight and there's a lot of heat in the sun. Yeah, temperatures are going to start warming up here. I think we still could have one here this month, but with every passing day, the chances of having any extended negative temperatures are dwindling fast. So definitely like that. Matt, still some light in the sky at 6 p.m. and it just jumped. Chickens are starting to lay more. That's good to hear. So Matt, you should come up and talk to me. You can talk about what's going on in your garage. What's your next projects? Tony has a bunch of animals. He has pigs and chickens and what, goats, right? They all survived. They had a cold snap down there a couple times this winter. He lives down in the Oklahoma, Texas area, and good thing they survived. It was well below freezing for a few nights in a row there a couple times this winter. But yeah, just jumped on here to kill an hour or two. It's Valentine's Day. Don't have any plans, so just decided to jump on here and chat with all of y'all. See what's going on in everyone's world tonight. It is Friday night. Let's see here. What else is going on? Anything? Oh, I'm gonna get my water line fixed on Monday. Where the pump connects into the pitless adapter down in the well, it's not seated correctly, I'm pretty sure, and it drips water back in, so I get a lot of air in my water line. So I called a company, and they're going to come up Monday and reseat it down in the pitless. So that should be good. Not very happy with the guy that I paid to come out and do it. He has a well business. Paid him $100 to put it in. Noticed I was getting a lot of air even after a week, and sent him a bunch of texts. He's like, check the well, see if it's leaking back in. I'm like, yeah, and never heard another word from him. So he doesn't stand behind his work. So I never recommend that guy again. Oh, Tony says they got a big storm coming in Tuesday through Friday. Wow. Is it just going to be rain, or are they expecting any snow? So let's see. Hey there, Tony. Big Family Expedition saying hi to Tony. Yep. So I see a few flurries outside. Got a few falling down, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Not sure what else to talk about tonight. Don't really have much going on. Just going to try to get a couple videos out here these next few weeks. Try to get some stuff edited up for you guys. And on Digging Alaska and also on My Alaska. So definitely looking forward to doing that, getting that put up there. And going to try to get some content for you guys that are members. So definitely working on that too. Other than that, just chilling. Basically, that's it. Don't really have much going on. Just trying to work on the cabin some. I'm not even sure what videos are coming to Digging Alaska. Let me pull up my folder here and find out. Let's see here. I did a gravel road extension right by a really nice pond up in Petersville. And I loaded a bunch of rocks for neighbor onto a trailer. And I mean, these are big rocks like this big around. I did something really stupid. I totally forgot, left the fuel cap off the excavator. And then I didn't notice it for like a week. And during that week, it just rained. And there were a couple times it was just blowing and just a torrential downpour and like extremely hard, and got water in my fuel. So I got that video, and then I got one more video for Digging Alaska, which is I dug a big hole for John in Alaska. So I got 4 videos to do up for Digging Alaska. And then I got a snow machining trip for my Alaska. And then I mentioned earlier, I'm working on the lights and the outlets and getting some stuff buttoned up here in the cabin. So I got that video that I'm still recording. Hey, Mr. Dave R., how are you tonight? Well, thank you for stopping by. Let's see if I missed anyone else. Nope. Yeah, thank you for stopping in, Dave. Yeah, other than that, started a new job this week. I start work at 5 a.m. my time. So I get up at 4:30 a.m. Definitely kind of rough the first several days this week. Not used to getting up at 4:30. I have been routinely getting up at 7 a.m. though. But then I can lay there and scroll Facebook and stuff for 2 hours in bed. Now I have to actually get up and get down here to the computer and stuff. So that's been a little tiring getting up at 4:30 in the morning. That means I'm going to bed at 8, 9 at night. So going to bed early and getting up really early. So other than that, yeah, just hanging out, not doing much of anything. I think I might plan a trip back up to the cabin here in a couple weeks. Maybe go riding or something. So it's that time of the year. It's fun to go out riding because it's nice long days. It's fairly warm and there's enough snow up there now to ride. So definitely want to get back up there. Other than that, yeah, what's going on with everyone else here? Anyone else got big plans? John, you got any trips coming up? Big family. I see you're posting your Alaska trip videos. How's that going along? How's that coming along? Tony, you got any videos coming out soon? Or Matt? Matt, what's your next big project that you're working on that you're going to restore? John's not giving too many details. He says he might have for a trip coming up. So I guess he doesn't want to give away anything, not spilling the beans on anything. Yeah, John, you got to start making some camping videos and stuff for all your new subscribers. And that 1791 Garage says it's a secret. Yeah. Everyone says it's top secret. I don't believe that. I think John can tell. Let's see here. I don't know what else to talk about. It's only 35 minutes in, 34 minutes in. So, John, you should come up and talk to me. John in Alaska, just click on the... Oh, there's someone. Hey, Ben. Hey, Ben, how are you? You can talk if you want.
I'm good, man. Life is good. This is my first time doing this.
Yeah. So, what's going on with you? Hey, thank you very much, Dave, for the $10 super chat. He says, I would like to send you a Gmail with some advice on your well. Hope to prevent future problems with it, having ongoing problems with the pitless. Okay, yeah. My email is lastfrontiercast lastfrontiercabin@gmail. It's all one word, lastfrontiercabin@gmail. So, what's going on, Ben? How are you? Can you hear me? Are you there, Ben?
Life is good. I'm
Okay.
experimenting with a new camera and a new microphone.
Okay. Yeah, I see a big light right above your head. Kind of looks like a light from heaven coming down on you. Yeah, a lot better. I'm just typing in my email address. There's the email address for anyone that wants to email me. Cool. Thank you, Dave. I'll look for it. What's going on with your world, Ben?
Well, I'm trying to connect this new Sony camera and use it as the camera, and I'm just trying to figure it out. It's the first time doing this.
Yeah. What's hey, for all the people on, what's your channel about? Hey, I see a different view of you.
Yep. Sorry. Working on this.
Yep. So tell everyone what your channel is about.
Bill, you're talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of feedback back and forth. So Living My Alaska is how we hunt, harvest, homestead, and adventure our way across Alaska. We like to say it's a wildlife in the great land. My wife came up with that for a reason, right? Because it's a different kind of life up there. We love it,
Yes.
and we just love to share that with other people. So we do quite a bit of hunting. We live on 10 acres, sort of in the backcountry, semi wild, and it's a backcountry modern type of life. We love it. We go camping in the camper van. We try to find people to ride snowmobiles with. We do some hunting, and we've got some homesteading to do as well coming up pretty soon.
Cool. Cool. I see the Rambling Peach says she has 3 baby lambs. That's really cool. And Tony from our cabin in the woods said he was going to come up on panel, but he's having issues right now. So that's fine. Matt says that he thought your microphone was a necktie. So that's kind of funny. Thought you were overdressed wearing a necktie. So. Hey, Frozen Frontiers, Alaska. It is being held at the same spot as the previous 2 years. It's on the north side of Wasilla. And I'm totally drawing a blank on where it's being held at. Send me an email at lastfrontiercabin@gmail.com and I'll add you to the list if you're not already on it.
Hey, Bill, can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Maybe turn your mic down just a little bit.
Oh, it's really loud. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
good. They pick up really well, so
Good. It's the Rode microphone and a new Sony camera we're testing out.
Hey, Tim Mason, how are you? Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's the camera looks fine and the microphone sounds great. So
Super.
Yep. So you want to tell people about your camper van that you just did?
Yeah, the new camper van. Well, it's a new camper van to us. The camper van is a 2012 Ford made by Sportsmobile. And Sportsmobile is a brand that's been around for a very, very long time. They convert camper vans. I had one of the Sprinter vans and I really loved it, but the problem is it's a Mercedes diesel and I wasn't too confident about the reliability in the backcountry and the cost to repair the stupid thing. So I bought this converted four-wheel drive Ford E350 van.
Hey,
and it's converted with a quickly real four-wheel drive system. It's old school, right? It's a shifter and locking hubs.
Yep.
And the inside is a lot less fancy, but a lot more durable. It's got a 6-inch lift with high-performance Fox shocks, and it rides like a dream, big balloon tires. And it's probably the best thing I've done.
Hey, Ben, do you have YouTube open right now? if you have YouTube open, like close
Yeah.
down YouTube, getting a little bit of
Okay.
feedback.
Yep.
So when
Getting
you
a lot
come
of
on,
feedback.
yeah, when you come onto StreamYard, you have to close down YouTube.
Got it. Okay. It should be
And
better
then
now.
then you won't get the feedback. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks.
Everyone does that. It's such of a common mistake. People don't realize you got to shut off YouTube before you come onto StreamYard because you'll get that.
Man, this is a learning experience for all of us, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you sound a lot better now. You were getting a little bit of feedback while you were talking, so definitely a lot better. And yeah, you're talking about maybe doing a live once in a while too, right?
I want to start this week. Our first live, I think we're going to do Tuesday, and it'll be. I'll reach out to all of my fans that are from the lower 48 that want to come up to Alaska to do van camping and RV camping. So it's basically going to be the first live stream will be a Q&A about road tripping to Alaska. And I'll just answer any and everyone's questions that they want to know about coming from the lower 48 to Alaska in a truck or a camper or an RV or an overlanding or whatever they have. Because it seems like everybody wants to know. This is coming to Alaska for an overlanding trip or a camping trip or van life is a dream trip for most people that get to do maybe once or twice in their life. So we want to make it the best it can be. And I'm glad to help.
Good night, Frozen Frontiers. If that's you leaving, or yeah, I see someone must be leaving. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Always reaching out. Lower 48 people always love finding out about Alaska and stuff like that. So,
oh yeah,
yeah, definitely a good time there. Do you have a set date and time yet? When you're
we'll try to do it Tuesday. I'm thinking Tuesday at noon our time. So that would be like 4 p.m. Eastern time. Give people a chance to log in. I might do it a little later. What are your thoughts?
I would say definitely do it a little bit later. Maybe
like 2 p.m.
Actually, like I always try to get as much after work hours as possible. So maybe 5 o'clock West Coast.
Okay.
6
so
Central.
That would be. So like, let's see, 5 o'clock West Coast.
Time.
Okay.
Yeah, like 4 o'clock our time.
Okay.
Because then that's between 5 and 9 o'clock, or 5 and 8 o'clock down in the lower 48.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So that way, at least everyone's driving home or already off of work.
Sure.
But no, that's a different audience you're also looking at. A lot of them are retired or they work from their camper vans or RVs. So it's a totally different demographic.
Yeah, I think you're right. And so we'll see. I mean, right around quitting time, I think would be right. Like, so West Coast 5 p.m. would be 8 p.m., Eastern time would work pretty well.
Yeah.
So it would be 4 p.m. our time, I guess, is probably a good time. I think I'll give that a shot on Tuesday, either Tuesday or Wednesday.
And that's when I used to go live a year ago or so. I believe, always go live at 4 or 5 o'clock Alaska time.
Okay.
So, and it seemed to work out the best, even though I used to go live on Thursdays, and there was always a lot of other channels going live that's in the same demographic as I am. So.
I wonder why that is. I wonder why Thursday is a day for that.
It's not just Thursday. It's also Wednesday. It's also Tuesday.
Okay.
A little bit on Monday, not as much as on Monday, but and not as much on Saturday or Sunday. And I don't want to commit to Saturday or Sunday because I'm often up at my remote cabin or stuff like that.
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate you doing this because I wanted to test out this new Sony camera I've got that has a live stream button that I can play, and the the Rode microphone, and that I'm using. It basically it's sitting on the desk. I don't, clipping it makes it too loud, and then I've just got little ear speakers to hear, so there's no feedback. So this pretty much works pretty well. So you can see and hear me pretty well.
Yeah, perfect.
Wonderful. I might change this camera angle,
I would definitely say put the camera up so it's more straight on.
Yeah.
Because we're definitely looking up towards you.
Mm-hmm.
But
I might try that right now. Go get my.
I don't know how well you can see. I got 2 speakers right down here on each side of my cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a microphone right here. Can't really see it.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's just what I use. And then I GoPro camera for my video. And don't get any feedback or anything with this setup.
If I have a seat, things will work out a little bit better. Drop the table some.
The hard
I was
part
thinking
is,
about trying to get out and do some snow machining this weekend.
yeah, I would like to. I got a lot I need to get done. I'm so far behind on video editing, and I need to get some work done around here. I got several projects I need to wrap. Well, a couple projects I need to start, and this kitchen project I need to get that wrapped up. It's been dragging on too long. I got that video started.
Super.
So I need to get that wrapped up. So, but
Well,
maybe next weekend or weekend after.
Yeah, I think I'll be heading out to Dutch Harbor. I'm not going on Sunday, like as planned. Wife is still sick, but I think I'm going 9 days from today, the 23rd. I'm gonna head out.
Okay, so you could go riding next weekend. 23rd.
I think so.
Sunday. So Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could sneak out Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'd love to go up to Cantwell. I saw a post where they just groomed the highway, the Denali Highway. That'd be a fun ride, when it warms up a little bit. I'd love to go out there and make a ride.
Yeah, I definitely now. I would love to go up. Hey, Monica, how are you tonight? Susan says you look like a giant when you were standing up there with the camera.
Thanks for letting me know. Well, this is how we learn, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's always a little odd the first time you go live. So.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not going to do it from here. I'll do it from another space in my house. That looks a little bit better, more presentable as well. This was just to test the technology.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's not a bad spot where you're doing it from. I mean.
Okay.
So it's really no big deal where you do a live from. Just kind of this is a perfect informal location for you. You want it more formal than do it more from an office type setting. That's about the only difference. Hey, Sienna, how are you? Sienna is coming here from John in Alaska. Yeah, did you hear about John in Alaska's YouTube channel today?
Yeah, how's that happen?
He's gained 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers just today.
Well, congratulations to him. How does that happen?
Someone posted a video, found his channel, then downloaded a bunch of his videos and chopped it up and made a short out of it, and then posted it on their channel. And it's kind of gone viral. It's at like 100,000 views.
Wonderful.
And this guy, don't know who the guy is. There's several YouTubers and TikTokers that all do the same thing. They search for YouTube channels with like basically no views and no subscribers. And then they'll make a short or a TikTok video out of a bunch of their videos, and then post it. And the same thing happened with Big T at Rustic Log Cabin Life.
Yeah.
He went to bed on a Friday night with 850 subscribers, and woke up the next morning with like 3,000. And by the time he went to bed on Saturday night, he had like 15,000.
Well, that's outstanding. So I'm curious about that. Like, are they subscribers from overseas that aren't really your target market, or are they, the kind of subscribers that'll be your target market from this side of the ocean?
It's both, obviously. Like right now, and this was beginning of January sometime for Rustic Log Cabin Life. Right now, he has a little over 200,000 subscribers.
Wow.
So in like a month, he's gained 200,000 subscribers. So obviously, 95% of them are just subscribers and probably never watch.
Yep.
But he got his play button first off. And then his average video prior to this was getting like 50 views. Now his average videos are getting 500 to 1,000 views, if not more.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. That's wonderful.
So at least for him, it's paying off at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And now he's built up a fairly small group of dedicated people, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 people that love his videos and stuff like that. So it's paying off for him. Obviously, he's not pulling in 100,000 views per video.
Right.
But it definitely helped him out a lot. He's trying to capitalize on it. He got his 15 minutes of fame, so he's trying to jump on it, basically.
That's fantastic. Good for him.
And now John in Alaska, he's gaining like crazy. He's let's see here, what is he at? 18.2 thousand subscribers. So in the time I've been live, he's gained over 200 subscribers.
That's amazing, man. You picked up a few this week too, didn't you?
Actually, today I picked up 19.
How does that happen?
John in Alaska, actually, I hit 20 subscribers as of now.
Awesome.
John in Alaska has shouted me out in a couple of his videos.
Wonderful. Congratulations. Super.
Yeah, so yeah, I've gained a couple hundred since the new year, so I'm happy with that. I hit 3,001 subscribers now, so I'm happy with that.
Bravo.
Now 4,000 and 5,000 and 20,000.
I think I will cross 20,000 here this week. I'm at like 1969, 1972, something like that.
I'm just looking at the comments and what everyone's saying. Most people are talking back and forth. Monica says, I believe I have the smallest channel out of everyone. How many people, Monica? Probably like one.
Start somewhere.
Sienna just subscribed to both of us. So
thank you, Sienna.
Sienna probably was my 3,001st subscriber. So.
So I have 19,976. I've picked up 382 in the last 28 days. So I'm almost there to 20,000.
Good. That's real good.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That 360 video is not doing so well. You know, it's a learning process, right? We're learning. Right. That's a different thing. It's kind of difficult, right? Because if there's no value to a 360 video if you can't scroll and look around like you want, and you can only do that on a computer or a phone. You can't do that on TV.
Right.
And more than 50% of my viewers are on TVs, which is interesting.
Yeah, you got to definitely look at what medium people are using to watch your videos.
Yep.
And when you get 50, 75% using the same type, you need to focus on that medium.
That is correct.
And what I try to do is when I put out a video, I try to create at least 3 shorts to also post from that video. And then that get, because a large portion of people only watch shorts.
Right.
So I try to hit both of the audiences that way.
Sure.
Let me turn on this light behind me. The sun's starting to go down now, even though it's still daylight out. There. That brightens everything up a little bit. So yeah, I hung up let's see here, blinds there and there this last week.
Looks
Finally
good.
got around to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So finally got that done. I've had them for probably a month, just sitting here, just too lazy to put them up.
It's project endless. That's what people don't understand about building anything in Alaska. It's a long, drawn out process because of the available materials or labor to get help, or just every other thing that gets in the way as well. It takes forever to do anything in Alaska. Things are slow here.
So Sienna's asking, how is the weather in how is Alaska in the wintertime?
Depends on which part of Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alaska is so big. There is several different areas of Alaska you can live in, and
yeah,
the climate and stuff is totally different.
But Sienna, we've lived, we lived in Southeast Alaska, Ketchikan, and it's pretty much a heavy rainforest, and it almost never got below freezing, but it rained perpetually, and it was gray a lot. That was tougher. And then we lived in a town called Homer, which is considered the banana belt, and it's maybe 1 or 2 days below zero there every year, but not much. And but again. Yeah, and it just it's one of those places. Anytime you live on the coast of Alaska, it's like it can't make up its mind whether it wants to snow or rain all the time, and that kind of gets old. Right, Bill? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, and the area we live in, it let's see here. In the wintertime, it gets usually around zero. I'd say probably the average temperature throughout the whole winter.
Yeah.
Good. And then we usually get a lot of snow in this area. Like right now, I have 6 inches to a foot of snow out there. It should be chest deep on me by this time of the year. I mean, it should be like up to here, just out across the yard and stuff. So this year's definitely a strange year, but normally we have chest deep snow by this time. By February, we got chest deep snow. Everyone's getting sick and tired of it. It's almost like driving down a maze because you can't see anything on either side of the road because the snow is piled up so high. You're driving through like tunnels without a roof on it.
Yeah, that's true.
But now summertime is usually very nice in this area. The last few years, it's been second half of the summer after 4th of July, it's been rainy and cold, but normally it's fairly warm and fairly dry in the summertime. So it's beautiful.
Yeah. Last winter I had negative 45 at my house for a couple of days, a bunch of negative 30s Fahrenheit. And, this year we haven't seen any of that. I think minus 20 is the lowest I've seen this year, and only for a few days. So it's been a different kind of winter, right?
I've hit negative mid 20s this year. Last winter I hit negative 30s. Brook Trout asks, did you get the water situation fixed for me? Yeah. For those that don't know, my water line actually froze up twice on me, and that was because under my cabin I have it like boxed in and insulated, but it wasn't heated. And during a couple of the real cold snaps, it got below freezing under there. And where my water line comes up out of the ground and goes into the bottom of the cabin, it froze and then froze down into the ground. So I got that figured out. I got a heater down there. Right now, it's just shy of 66 degrees under my cabin.
That's nice.
And then I have a guy coming out on Monday. I get a lot of air in my water line, and that's because where the pump connects into the pitless adapter is leaking water, so it's not seated just right. So I have a guy coming out on Monday to pull it up out and reseat it correctly. And once that's done, then I shouldn't have any air in the water lines. So definitely got it all figured out.
It's all part of living in Alaska. Hey, thank you for inviting me in. I'm going to run.
Yep.
Appreciate
Okay.
it. We'll see you
Okay.
again
Have a good
soon.
night. Thanks for joining. Okay, that was pretty cool. Haven't been up here, so I hope everyone goes over and checks out his channel. So let's get back to the chat here. I know I missed a few. Sorry about that. Mr. Dave R said, Bill, it's in your Gmail. Read it after you're done here. Okay. Thank you very much, Dave. I'll definitely take a look at it. Yeah. Frozen Frontiers. Definitely wish it was would snow more. We're so far under the amount of snow we should have. We've had a total of maybe 3 feet of snow this winter. Absolute max would be 4 feet, and then a couple of times we had a like 3 days, couple of times this winter where the low temperature was mid 30s and just rained and rained the whole time, and it got it up into the mid 40s. So most of the snow has melted. Just absolutely crazy winter this year. Let's see here. What else? Thank you, Monica. I'll definitely try to stay warm, and happy Valentine's Day to you. Oh, Sienna, what part of North Carolina? I lived on the south side of Charlotte for a while. Way back in the day. Hey, Josh, how are you? Growing fruit trees here. We cannot grow citrus trees here. So any type of citrus cannot be grown. Although these two plants, well, these 3 plants over my shoulders, they are lemon trees, but they have to grow inside. Outside, we can grow things like apple and apple related, like pear and stuff like that. And we can grow cherries, various types of cherries. However, those have to all be grafted onto like a crabapple root ball, because crabapple root balls, especially, there's a couple varieties that are very northern crabapple trees. Their root balls can withstand the extreme cold and the extended winters. So you have to graft, like if you want to grow like a Macintosh apple or a Gala apple tree, you have to take clippings from one of those trees and then graft it onto the root ball of a crab apple, and then that way it'll live and you can grow it. And the same with cherry, you have to do that onto a crab cherry tree, and then you can grow apple and cherries up here. I think you can grow, I think there's one other type of fruit tree that you can grow up here, but you have to do the same thing with it. Oh, Greensboro, North Carolina. Okay, cool. I only lived in the Charlotte area for a very short time, like 3 months or 4 months or something like that. And they were still building the outer loop. It was still not all the way done. I lived down in the Marlboro area or something like that. I forget exactly how to say that. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, raspberries grow there. Yeah, raspberries, blackberries, those type of bushes do grow here. Strawberries will grow here. But fruit bearing trees, really, it's only apple and cherry and prune, I think, or something like that. But you have to graft them onto their corresponding crab tree. So apples have to be grafted onto a crab apple, and cherries have to be grafted onto a crab cherry tree. So yeah, it's a little bit challenging, but in the summertime for growing gardens and stuff, man, we grow giant vegetables and stuff like that. We can grow heads of lettuce like this big, like cabbage heads like this big, and um, carrots like this long, like pushing 2 feet long, and cucumbers and stuff like that. Cucumbers almost the size of my arm, and like that big around, like just massive, massive plants. And every year they have a giant pumpkin contest at the fair, which usually gets a handful of entries, and most of them are over 1,000 pounds. So figs, I don't know about figs growing up here. Definitely, if you were hey, old school Alaska, definitely growing inside. I know one person that grows I think peaches, but he has it inside. He actually built a little building. So like 3 months out of the year, or four, I think about 4 months out of the year, the building is unheated, and then he turns the heat on, and then he can grow pears up here. And I know one guy, Arctopia, in mid to northern Saskatchewan, he built a greenhouse and he grows bananas. And I definitely want to try doing that. That would be so awesome. I want to build a big greenhouse and grow banana trees. I never tried rutabaga, so don't know anything about it. Josh is asking, why are the veggies so big up here? Because June, July, and August, we have almost 24 hours of daylight and a lot of rain usually. That's why. When you have almost 24 hours of daylight and you have a abundant supply of water, the veggies just don't stop growing. Like, I could be wrong on this, but most plants at nighttime, like kind of like quote unquote, go to sleep, and then they wake up in the morning again. Well, if you don't have that nighttime, they just keep growing, and that's why they get so big. that sucks there, Brooke. He says every time he has bananas growing, a hurricane comes and knocks them down. So, yeah, that would get frustrating after a while. We don't have hurricanes up here though, so I don't have to worry about a hurricane. And then the way I'm gonna build my greenhouse, it's I think some of you have seen those big steel beams I have out there. I'm gonna use that as the frame of the greenhouse. So for the center wall and the center support, and then the back wall is going to be those big steel beams. So I'm making it so nothing will ever knock it down. I got plans. I just need time, money, and resources. Frozen Frontiers. What do I do for internet? Actually, we're on Starlink right now. I have Starlink here, but I have a full-time job. I work in the IT field, so I had to get the local MTA internet because it's more stable. And Starlink at my place, to do like video conferencing and stuff like that, it would always drop the connection, sometimes just for a second or so. Sometimes it would drop the audio, things like that. So it just wasn't working out. It wasn't reliable enough, so I had to go and get the MTA. So I have two types of internet here at my place. Yeah, Josh says that makes sense about the daylight hours and large food. Never knew that about Alaska. Yeah. Yeah, Alaska in an area south of here called Palmer. That is where uh, all the fruits and vegetables are grown. It's a big delta area. There's a river there, but it's like 20, 30 miles wide, and it's all basically riverbed. So a lot of fine silt and stuff like that. So it's excellent ground for growing fruits and vegetables. And yeah, they just grow some massive amounts of fruits. Root crops, only certain root crops will grow up here. So because the ground never gets warm enough for a lot of root crops, so it has to be a little bit cold hardy root crops for root crops to grow. So there's a handful or so of different types of potatoes you can grow up here. Most carrots you can grow. Only certain garlic will grow up here. Things like that. So you got to be careful on which root crops you grow up here. And then other things like peppers and tomatoes pretty much have to be grown in a greenhouse, just to keep that steady higher temperature day in and day out. So, but regular like leafy greens, a lot of beans, vine type plants, cucumbers, stuff like that. Anything in the gourd family grows really well up here outside in the summertime. Okay, good night, Rambling Peach. Have fun with your baby lambs. Frozen Frontier says someone grew a 138.25 pound cabbage in 2012. Yep. Yeah. I mean, you can look it up on the internet. Look at Alaska State Fair vegetables, and you'll just see a lot of pictures. I mean, heads of lettuce and cabbage and stuff like this big around. It's just crazy how big some of this stuff is. 64-pound carrot. Alaska Frozen Frontiers is saying someone grew a 64-pound carrot. Imagine that. Try pulling that up out of the ground sometime. Holy cow. And yeah, so this summer I'm definitely trying to I still have most of that big dirt pile out there. If you jump back in some of my videos from last year, you'll see a big dirt pile sitting out there. I still have most of it there. The number one priority is getting that spread out, and I definitely want to get a barn built this year because I'm supposed to be getting a breeding pair of Kuni pigs and then a feeder pig also. And then I'm also getting some chickens this year. So I need to get a chicken coop built for the summertime. And then I want to get a barn built so all the animals can go in the barn, and that will be their home for the winter times, especially. That way they can stay a little bit warmer. They can get in out of the weather and stuff like that. So definitely looking to build a barn and get that big dirt pile spread out. I got probably 20% of it spread out, and man, has it changed the look of the yard out there. That back corner over there used to slope down, and now it has a gentle slope to it, and then it drops off, and I need to just fill in all that. So definitely need to get that spread out this year. That's going to be one of the high priority things. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a lot of sauerkraut, that's for sure. Yeah, Frozen Frontier says chickens will save me some dollars, that's for sure. It's crazy how much they are. Yeah, that's a good idea. Buy a bug zapper and let the bug zapper kill the bugs flying around and feed the chickens that way. Yep. Yeah, the bugs will just fly right into it and then drop down, and the chickens will eat it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a bunch of hens for laying eggs, and then also some meat chickens this year. Definitely want to do both this year. Get pigs. I got rabbits, as I said earlier. 2 does and a buck. Lola and Babs are the does, and then Johnny Ringo is the buck. So they're going to be going out on a date night here probably in another month or so. Oh, John, well, welcome back. You dozed off. You should click on that little link up in the top of the chat and come up and talk to me for a little while there, buddy. Talk about your massive success you're having. A little while ago, you were at 18.2 thousand. You're at 18.4 thousand. So you've gained 400 subscribers in the last hour. But let's see here. Yeah, that's all. Just trying to get this kitchen done up. Once I get the plastic on the walls and stuff like that, then I'm gonna run down to the big box store. I know which cabinets I want. Some like natural oak cabinets or maple or something like that. The natural wood grain. They're just gonna be the builder grade. I'm not getting crazy on how much I'm spending for in this cabin, but definitely getting 3 or 4 base cabinets, and then probably 3 upper cabinets. 1 corner cabinet there. I think I might put one above the window, and then one where right here. One like single or double door here, and then maybe another one over here above the refrigerator. That right there is the refrigerator, so I might put one above the refrigerator also. Need to pack in as much storage as possible in this little cabin. Frozen Frontiers, how is the water heater handling the cold from the well? It's doing good. It's what is it? God, sorry about this. I can't see it. I got to put my glasses on. I'm blind at distance. It's a Gasland water heater, on-demand water heater, and it's doing well. Unfortunately, I got a lot of air in the system, so when the pump kicks on and I'm using the water heater, it'll often shut off because of all the air going through it. It has to maintain water pressure, flowing water pressure to maintain the burn. So when a bunch of air goes through, it'll shut off, and then it'll drop down to like 50, 60 degrees, whatever temperature the water is. And we got John here. Hey, John.
Hey.
How are you tonight? So yeah, I got the Gasland water heater is doing a good job. It's not the best, but it's doing well. So John, yeah, I can hear you if you talk.
Yeah, but I'm hearing 2 voices from you.
Okay, I bet you have YouTube still open. Close down YouTube. Yeah, close down YouTube.
Oh, close down YouTube?
Yes. Because you're in a different program right now.
All right, I closed down YouTube.
Okay, now you probably don't hear 2 voices, only one.
Yes.
Yep. So what's going on there, buddy?
Not much, just enjoying the people that love me.
Oh yeah, I guess one thing real quick, going back to the water heater. Yeah, it does really well, but when the pump kicks on, it does drop down. So you got to be careful. You got to know when the pump's kicking on, or you're gonna get a dose of cold water on you. But it warms right back up. So it does pretty good. It's not the best one, but I didn't want to spend $500 on a good one. Plus, I needed a very small area because it's right there, and the bigger ones took up like that whole wall area in there. So I couldn't have a big on-demand water heater. Even the smallest ones that like Home Depot and Lowe's sells took up that whole wall area. So I had to find a lot smaller one. So it's not the best one, but it does do the job. Okay, John, sorry about that. So
I didn't doze off because you were boring. I dozed off because I started the wood stove.
I got nice and warm in there. Huh?
A little too warm.
So I got to ask you, how many subscribers did you have last night when you went to bed?
I don't remember.
I know.
I mean, I had a ton, and I'm just not used to that much, you know, and I'm still not used to it. Somebody, one of the new subscribers, told me that there was another TikToker that did a video on me.
Oh, wow. So
And
that's
it
where
was
all these
called-
new ones are coming from.
Yeah, it was called A Bird in the Hand or something like that.
I'll have to look that up and see if I can find it.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to find it, but I couldn't. But that's all right.
Let me see if I can find it.
It was something bird. You
There
just
is
went
a
dark.
bird in the hand, but it's not that. It's definitely
Okay.
not this guy.
Well, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, it took me 45 minutes to give hearts out. I don't know if this is good or not.
Yeah, it's definitely a little crazy for you, huh?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not finding it since I don't know the exact name.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look for it and see if I can find it.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, I got a few things in the making here. It will happen here a couple of days. I went to the doctors yesterday for my follow up, and they gave me a new splint, and I don't like it, but I'm not wearing it. And they tell me to keep the splint on for 8 weeks continuously, except when I take a shower or do dishes, you know,
Right.
something like that.
Well, you better keep it on, John. You're gonna have a messed up finger.
I put my old one back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other one, it just keeps falling off. It's too big, and you got to put it on with gauze,
Right.
gauze tape, and it just keeps falling off. So
Okay. Have a good night, Frozen Frontiers. Thanks for being here. And John Brook Trout says you're gonna have to have a all day live on Monday for new subscriber appreciation day.
more, yeah.
You're gonna be on for 24 hours. Just
I believe that. But you're doing pretty good.
Yep, I broke 3,000. So let's see if I'm where I'm at. Yeah, 3,001 subscribers right now.
Yeah, just put a check in the mail. That's all.
Okay, I will.
So
I'll just come up and do more work for you.
yeah, there you go. I just did a video earlier, and you ought to see the woodshed now. It's getting pretty full.
I saw your video.
Oh, okay.
I did see it.
Yeah. I was glad Chris come up and his little nephew, good kid.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
he was learning how to run my 6-wheeler.
How old is he?
I don't know. I think he's like 7 or 8, something like that.
Okay, real young.
Yeah, but he did good though, and
That's good.
but I think that he was running the new 6-wheeler, and I think that the power steering helped him out.
Right. Yeah, that would help out being able to turn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Old School Alaska. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, everyone. It definitely helps out.
Ashley's a good guy, man. He's
yeah, he is. Definitely good.
Yeah, he's a great moderator.
Yes, he is.
He's on the ball all the time.
Yep, can't complain there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to. It's kind of tough to try and teach these new subscribers that, they're going to send money. It's got to be $1,000 or more.
Yeah, gotta make it worth your while to get to the post office, huh?
Absolutely.
You don't want to be going down there for no hundreds.
Nah. But yeah, how many people you got in chat?
9 at the moment, it says.
Really?
Yeah. Haven't checked. I haven't looked at that for a while, and yeah, it dropped down a lot. We were at around 20 or so, and then just recently it dropped down. Now it's up to 11. So,
well,
it goes.
Sunday is going to be crazy, I think.
Yeah, I should be around for that. So,
and you know what? For the first time, my last video,
right.
I got 300 and some comments. I've never actually ever gone over 70.
That's good.
Yeah.
It'll give you something to do in the evenings.
Absolutely. Yeah. I wish it was spring now because I really want to get some work going.
Yeah. I'm getting anxious to get out there, and it's what mid-February, so the winter is winding down.
Yeah,
and we don't have hardly any snow here, so I'm pretty much over it now. So yeah, I'm anxious to get outside and start getting work done.
Yeah, out in my field, I probably got 3 to 4 feet of snow, but on the driveway and out front, I mostly had ice, and we got that last big snow, and I just left the snow on the ground, and I drove over it, and just kept it down so I didn't have to go out and slip all over the place.
Yeah, around here I have maybe 6 inches to a foot of snow. That's it.
Yeah.
And yeah, this time of the year it should be chest deep around here.
But you have colder weather too.
Yeah, but normally it's chest deep on me by this time of the year.
Oh yeah.
And we got 6 inches on average, probably.
Right.
And yeah, so I'm just over it. I'm anxious to get out there, get my dirt pile spread out, moved around, and start building some stuff and working on getting animals. Yeah.
And P&J Homestead saying hi.
Oh, hey, hi. P&J.
Hi, Paula and Jason.
Yep. How are you guys tonight? Thank you for being here. So everyone's saying hi back and forth. Yeah, so I'm anxious to get outside and start building and getting some stuff done. I need to get a couple more things done here in the kitchen or in the cabin.
Yeah.
I need to get my light switches working. and the lighting, and then get some cabinets and stuff for the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then I'll be happy with that for the time being. And then I need
cool.
to get outside, get a chicken coop built, get like a little pig thing built for pigs. Start getting some stuff like that gathered
Right.
up and ready to go. So definitely have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't used my generator in pretty much 2 weeks now.
Wow, that's good. That's real
Yeah,
good.
my solar's been working. It works 24 hours now, so and that's good. It's a pain to use the generator all the time.
Yeah, it is.
But
Even when before I had solar up at my remote cabin, just going up on the weekends and stuff, it was a pain using the generator all weekend long, and I was
right.
only up there for the weekend. So once I got the solar up there, it was like, oh wow, I can go like a whole weekend and not hear that generator running all weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because obviously I turn it off at night when I went to bed, and
Right.
then I have to start it back up in the morning. So
Yeah. Oh well. So I'll have a lot of projects this spring and summer.
yeah,
I get my new.
go ahead.
I was just saying. I want to get my new shower, outhouse, and generator shed built.
Yeah, you're. I was gonna say, yeah, you're doing a lot of projects there. Definitely improving the property a lot. So
Yeah.
got a lot of little things going on.
Well, I'll have you up there this summer to clear out that brush so I can bring in that fill and widen my driveway.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
That'll I mean that'll be a great job because I just need that extra space.
Yeah, it's amazing on a driveway how much 3 or 4 feet wider is like turning a driveway into a parking lot.
Absolutely.
Just so much extra room.
Yeah, maybe my parking lot will be big enough you can bring your big trailer down.
Yeah. So Old School Alaska is asking how much property do we have? Well, I have about 2.5 acres here, and then I have about 10 acres up at my remote property.
Well, I've got an acre and a half here, and I've got 8 acres up at my remote property, and I have 900 feet of lakefront.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that property. You talked about maybe selling it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
definitely someday maybe.
Yep. We'll get together and talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be a good moose hunting cabin out there.
Oh yeah.
Because there's not many people around in that area.
No, there's not very many at all. And plus, in the summertime, there's a lot of swamp there.
Yeah. I saw that on a map. Huge.
Yeah, that brings in the moose.
Yeah, and it's not it. What it looks like is it's not like a super wet swampy swamp.
No.
It's one that you can actually walk out over if you kill a moose out in it.
Yeah.
And bring it back and stuff like that. You might not be able to take a wheeler out across it, but you can definitely walk out across it.
Yeah, you know what? By that time, maybe you could buy a
Argo.
An Argo.
I would like to. I'd like to have an Argo.
Tracks would work excellent out there.
Oh, Brook Trout's asking, are there any fish in that lake and what kind, if so?
Pike.
There's pike?
Yeah.
Yeah. And P&J's asking me, when am I headed up to my remote cabin again? Maybe next weekend. Not going to go this weekend, but maybe next weekend. And I was just up there a week or two ago, about 2 weeks ago or so, for a day or two. And a bunch of us went riding, boondocking down through the trees and everything, trying to find a new pathway. So I did record all that, didn't talk much during it. So that video should be coming out pretty soon. Yeah, an Argo is a serious piece of equipment.
It is.
Yep.
Argos, I'll tell you, sometimes I keep thinking about trading my older 6-wheeler. It's a 2008. I'm thinking about trading it for an older Argo or trading it in for an Argo, one or the other.
Unfortunately, Argos are as much as a vehicle nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, if you bought a brand new 8-wheeled Argo, you're looking at $40,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is,
that's why I wouldn't. I probably would not buy a new one. I mean, but of course, in case anyone's wondering, I got my 1989 Ford F-150. I got it repaired and it runs like a champ.
That's good. That's good. So it's running good now?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I enjoy driving it now.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
It gets better gas mileage than that van I bought.
That's good.
Well, the van is all-wheel drive.
Right.
Which I don't care. I mean, it's, the reason I bought it was for camping.
Right.
And that's going to be my Denali Highway vehicle.
Right.
And then I won't have to worry about bears.
Yeah, that's a big one. Even though as long as you maintain good food security and stuff when you're out camping, really aren't an issue in Alaska.
Yeah. What's that Ashley says? John, all the YouTube fame you will. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Old School Alaska is saying there. Hey, LR Fishing, how are you? Saying, what's up from Indiana? Well, thank you for being here. And if you have any questions, feel like asking, yeah, just shoot them up in the chat and we'll answer anything. So, yeah, this is John in Alaska. I'm sure you probably know him. And I'm Bill from my Alaska. So thank you for being here.
Okay, I'm up to 18,626.
Wow. I haven't gained any recently, so I'm still at 3,001.
Oh, well, come Sunday, you'll probably start gaining more.
That would be nice.
I mean, at this rate, I could probably break 20 grand by tonight.
Yeah. You're gaining about 1,000 every hour.
Yeah.
And you only need 1.5 hours to break 20 grand at that rate.
Yeah. And and it's funny how mine, I mean, I'm going up like in 100 increments.
Yeah.
And Big T at Rustic Log Cabin Life shot right up. I mean,
Well, his TikTok went just went crazy.
Yeah, it did.
That guy made of Big T, it just went crazy. I mean, it was getting 20, 30, 40,000 views every 10 minutes.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it says your YouTube fame will help you buy that Argo.
Yeah. P&J said, congrats, John. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Ashley was trying to say fat finger on that last one, laughing out loud. YouTube fame would help buy an Argo. There you go.
Well, John, if you need tomorrow I can help you monetize your channel.
Yeah.
I think you said once you hit 10,000 you would monetize it. And now you're at 20.
Yeah, I'm still holding off. But
yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's all what you want.
Yeah.
It's no big deal if you don't ever monetize.
That's right. Well, I think I'm going to end this here because I got to get something to eat.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end the live here in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit sooner. I've been on for a little over an hour and 40 minutes. So,
all right.
Might
well,
not
it was fun doing this.
Yeah.
My first time doing, a collaboration.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it, chat.
Yeah, just coming up on panel. People call it
Yeah.
panel on
Okay. All right. Now I'll remember that. Okay. Well, thanks, everybody.
Yep. Thank you, John.
Good night.
Good night.
You too.
Well, that was fun talking with John for a little while. And yeah, he's a good guy. And people just love making shorts and TikTok videos of him. And apparently someone else did. So now he's gaining subscribers again. Someone made a YouTube short of him couple weeks ago or so, and that YouTube short's sitting at like 100,000 100,000 views, and John went from about 3,500 subscribers up to 12 or so thousand subscribers, and now today apparently someone did a TikTok of him, and he shot up something like 6,000 subscribers today. So that's amazing. So amazing. Yeah, Susan, I definitely want to do more lives. Just recently it's just not worked out. So I do definitely plan on doing more lives on a regular basis. I actually wanted to start doing this more back in November, but things just wasn't working out for me at that time. So I try to do lives on a somewhat regular basis all winter long. Summertime, it gets a little bit more difficult because you're outside, you're trying to get stuff done. It's sunny out till midnight, 2 in the morning, and then the sun comes up at 3, 4 in the morning. So it's hard to do lives during the summertime when you want to be outside doing stuff. So, but I do plan on doing more now. Yeah, John is a straight shooter. That's true, Matt. And that was nice talking to him. And earlier talked to Ben from Living My Alaska. That was good. So that's definitely nice that they came up and talked to us for a while. So let's see here. We got 13 people in the chat, 14 now. It's been fluctuating back and forth for a while. So I don't know what else to talk about. I've been on here for an hour and 45 minutes now. Anyone else have any questions? Yeah, my water line's good now. It actually froze up a second time, and that's because under my cabin where the water line comes up and the septic line goes down into the ground, I have that all insulated under the cabin, but I never had any heat down there. So when it would drop below freezing down there, and if I didn't use the water for 12, 15 hours, the water line between where it comes out of the ground and before it goes into the bottom of my cabin would freeze, and then that would just make it freeze down into the ground. Well, I have it fixed now. I'm keeping heat under the cabin. Right now it's just a hair over 66 degrees under the cabin. And so I got heat down there. I don't leave it turned on all night long. I do unplug it at night, and anywhere from 12 to 15 hours later, it'll be down to about 40 degrees, depending on the temperature outside. So around that time, then I plug it back in, let it get back up to about 60 degrees or so, then I'll unplug it for the night. And I do have I mentioned this earlier, I do have a lot of air getting into my water line, and it's dripping back in the well where the pump connects into the pitless adapter. I don't think that's seated completely correct. So I have a well company coming out Monday to pull that back up. We need to check the O-ring on it, make sure that's not damaged. If that's not damaged, then we can just get it seated again and definitely test it out this time. And the reason I couldn't test it out the first time was I did not have all the stuff in the cabin hooked up. So it took me a little while to get everything hooked up in the cabin. So I got screwed there, but this time everything's working in the cabin, so we can just pull the pitless up, make sure the O-ring is still good, and if it is, then we can just stick it back in and test it and make sure it's not leaking anymore and not pushing a bunch of air through the line. So it's going to be great not having a lot of air being pushed through my lines and the thumping and banging from that. Definitely anxious to get that done. Yeah, Matt. The box that I have under the cabin is actually about 60 or 70% of the underside of the cabin I have boxed in and insulated. So, and I had to do that because I also wanted my drain. The last couple winters, I had to watch the trap before the shower drain would start to ice up. And the one time it actually did ice up enough that I had to dump water, like boiling hot water down it, and I leave it sit, and then finally it melted enough that it started draining out. And I caught that just in time before it broke or anything. So I wanted to make it big enough so it would keep all my drain lines and all my water lines from freezing up. So everything basically from about right here over to that far wall is enclosed, and all my water lines is in the floor over in this area. So let's see here. Oh yeah, I do have one of those little outlets. This is only temporary to get me through this winter. I just have a little space heater down there. So I actually have from my utility shed out there, if you look back in one of my older videos, I have a inline water heater, which kind of looks like that heat tape that you can put on the outside, but this one actually goes inside the water line. And I got out my tape measure. I measured how much I needed, and then I had to kind of guesstimate, and I came up about 10 feet short, and that's why it's freezing. So this summer, I'm going to actually unhook it from going from the utility shed out there coming over to the cabin, and I'm going to actually put it in from the cabin going over to the utility shed, and that should keep everything from freezing up. Because I have probably 20 plus feet of the water line coiled up in the utility shed, because when I build my permanent home out there, I don't know exactly where in the utility shed all the water hookups and everything are going to be. They're in the utility room in my permanent home. I don't know exactly where like the breaker panels are going to be and the water lines and stuff like that. So I didn't want to cut too much and then have to splice a 2-foot section onto it. So I decided I just left them long. So that inline heater will definitely go from the cabin over and come up into the utility shed, into that loop somewhere. And that's really all I need, because I heat that utility shed also. That utility shed right now is at 58 degrees, and it stays pretty much in the 50s all the time. It's super insulated, and I have one of those little like oil-based radiators sitting in there. So that keeps it nice and warm in there, so I don't have to worry about it freezing in there. And yeah, thank you, Ashley, for posting those links. Yeah. I pretty much have it solved. I just got to get through this winter. I don't feel like dealing with it until it warms up and stuff. I could if it was a bad issue where it was constantly frozen up. But as long as I keep heat down there, I've been gone. I was gone for about 30 hours, I think, once, 35 hours, and the water line didn't freeze up. So as long as I keep heat under there, then I'm good to go. Oh, Brook Trout, make sure you're on a live chat and not top chat. Go up to the top of the chat and make sure you're on live chat and not top chat, I guess it's called. Brook Trout's saying he doesn't see Ashley is old school Alaska also. I'm sorry. You probably see old school Alaska, but old school Alaska is Ashley. So yeah, so that's my game plan for this summer. Get that dirt pile moved out. Hopefully I have enough funds to get a barn built and get some pig shelters and chicken coop and stuff built. Other than that, not much else is going on at the moment. Hopefully I can get my kitchen done here pretty soon and move on and get some stuff done outside. So, well, I'm at 1 hour and 53 minutes. I think I'm going to just end the live. I'm getting tired. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. So thanks, everyone. Don't forget, I have memberships set up and also have a merch store for all kinds of merch. So definitely check that out and feel free to join the membership, $2.99 a month. Excuse me. And if you are so inclined, also feel free to buy some merch. Thanks, everyone, and have a good night.